Do you feel it's a director's job to be on set before everyone else's choice?
Oh, absolutely. I believe that if you set the precedent, everyone will follow. The director, people always think that producers fix problems. Directors prevent problems and fixes them as well, especially if you're a director-producer-writer. I got to be there first. I have to be the one to get the energy up. I got to make sure sometimes I'll drink a Monster on the way to set. If it's been a long shoot, I'm pumped up. I find a way to make everything feel good for everybody. Everyone's there to create something. They're all there to share their gifts, as Patrick, my friend, says. They're there to share their gifts. And your job is to make sure that they have a fertile ground in which to plant great seeds. And so, yeah, I'm there. I'm usually there first and sometimes the last to leave. Unless it's a project where they got to take everything down, I got an early call time. I got to leave to get some sleep or watch dailies and then get up and start the process all over again.
What are 5 skills you think a director should have? Every director should, if they don't have them, work on them.
The skill of communicating with actors is number 1, which is why, some of the best actors, some of the best directors were actors, right? So the skill of directing actors, the skill of talking to actors is 1. Making a tremendous shot list and being flexible with being able to leave that shot list is 2. The shot is never more important than the actors or the crew. Never. And I've been on sets where people feel like, oh, well, I got to get my shot. Nope. You have to take care of your people because you're a leader. That was 2. Number 3, I would say, is a work environment that is fun, uplifting, inspiring, even if it's a drama. I mean, it's easy for a comedy or it's easy for an action film for everybody to get pumped up and to feel, a certain way. But it's important and imperative that you make it feel where people want to come to the set. And with a drama, that's even more of a reason why you want to have that uplifted experience. Number 4, the skill of listening. I learned that it's important to listen to people because sometimes you may have an idea and what you want, and the DP or your producers or the actors may have a different way. And it's important to listen to them because they may be telling you something that you won't find out until post. And then you go, oh, that's a good reason. That was a good reason. And number 5, the skill of letting go. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Now, that's contrary to knowing that it doesn't matter what it takes to get it done, okay, without people being compromised. But at the same time, it's a thing of saying, okay, there's a reason why it's not happening. Let it go. It's different than saying, it's not impossible. Anything's possible. I can get it done. Don't say no, because no is never done anything for anybody. But when it comes to saying, okay, this is it, let it go. Instead of wasting, 20 minutes talking about a shot with an actor, just say, okay, listen, no worries. Why don't you go ahead and give me that and then give me this? So now I have 2 choices, because then that goes back to the listening thing. When I go on to post, then I go, oh, they were right. Okay, I'll use that one instead.
Letting go versus what you always hear about is these great creative geniuses, entrepreneurs. They're so driven, they're obsessed. Can you still be all of that and at some point let go?
Passive aggressive energy is part of that personality thing that I mentioned about this industry. No one has to be overtly authoritative. You never have to force somebody to do something. If it's something that needs to be done, we all know, we all show up, we're all there, we say, okay, this needs to be done. We all understand that. You hired people according to that. You would hope that everybody shows up, that everybody does their part. You can't bank on someone's life being upside down and they're not in it and they do a shoddy job. Well, guess what? It falls on you to fix it, to make it right. I never had that issue because I'm always in the mindset of I'm good at so many things. I don't know everything, but everything I know well. And I make that happen because of the fact that you never know what will be the weak link in what you're doing. So all you can do is hope that everybody shows up and everybody pulls through. And just understand that you can't make anybody do it. You can't. I don't care how authoritative a person you are. The more you argue with someone, the less they're likely they're going to want to do it. I mean, it's just the way it is. That's who we are as human beings.
You talked about seeds, fertile soil, something. It's interesting because last night driving home, I heard that on the radio, and the guy was talking about what he thought was going to be this great thing. Turned out that it was bad, and what he didn't realize is the analogy, or maybe it's a parable, about trying to plant seeds in soil that's not been sowed, that's not fertile, that's almost like it's a bunch of rocks.
Yep. Unmet expectations breeds depression. Unmet expectations breeds depression, which basically means this. I may have thought that planting this seed was going to bring forth a great harvest, but it may have not been for that seed to go there. And the expectation that I had on it is going to be very, very, very unmet. It's going to be sad for me because I'm putting a lot. People always say, don't cast all your irons in the fire, or, it's the same thing. You have to be mindful in knowing that sometimes things don't go that way. And you have to be adjustable, and you have to be flexible, and you have to know in the end that it's going to work out. I mean, to me, that's a faith thing. That's the thing of understanding faith. That's the thing of understanding purpose, understanding providence, understanding that it's already worked out before you even embarked on it. It's going to be okay. But can you accept that it didn't work out? Can you accept that because it didn't work out, that there's a lesson in that for you down the road that's going to teach you something even more? Like, I go back to my music career, it didn't work out, right? I was great, I was amazing, I was talented, there was opportunity, but it didn't work out. If I wasn't able, say for instance, it got to the point where I was so upset about that I did something erratic because it didn't work out. I would have never gotten this far to know that there were other glorious things that were going to open up for me. And I look back at that. Of course we have regrets. Who doesn't have regrets, right? That's part of life. You should have regrets because regrets help you to understand not to make the same mistakes. But at least an understanding that, okay, I sowed the seed, I plant the seed, but it didn't happen. Well, let me just take that seed, dig it up. You still got the seed, and put it over here. And maybe it'll grow. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Just got to keep going.